Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today is our first video on NBA 2K25. For our first video on NBA 2K25, we are going to be looking at the brand new Curry era. This is going to be my first time looking at the My NBA for this game, so hopefully it's good. Hopefully sim times are fast. Let's see, we got normal My NBA, My GM, light, the playoffs, looks like everything they had in previous years. I will be doing some videos on this My GM. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Video should be coming out this week as well, or maybe next week it will be. Should be coming out soon. I'm doing a series on this. Here we go. We're gonna hop into my NBA. Obviously, no save files. I haven't seen what this looks like yet. So guys, as you can see, there is the new Steph Curry era. All these eras were previously in the game: Magic versus Bird, Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, now Steph, and the modern era. So we're going to go hop into the Steph Curry era. Early in the Warriors dynasty, how long could Steph and Durant dominate the league before egos and the luxury tax dismantled the team? So for this video, I'm not really going to do a rebuild. I'm just going to be watching the league and see what happens, see how things go differently than real life. I wonder what year we will be on exactly. So all the rules stuff all look the same. The FIBA tournament, that is new, right? But I'm going to keep all that. Here's the team's logos. You guys can't see the Warriors logo, but here it is. That's what the team we're going to be picking. Everything looks pretty similar, so I don't know what year we are in. Old Timberwolves logo. Okay, here are some of the major changes, which obviously are new. 14-second shot clock after offensive rebound in 2018. The play-in is added in 2020. And a new simplified timeout system. All-star teams are drafted, and coaches can challenge calls. Okay, so nothing too major. So we're in 2016. Okay, so this is prime Warriors. This is Durant Warriors. Okay, so we're in Durant Warriors. That's probably a good place for them to put this. So here's what the team's looking like for the Warriors. Got Steph. He's coming off 30 points. Steph looks a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of like how this, I don't know what the word would be, like the overview this year. Like, I like this. I like the color blue. Is every team? Oh, every team is their color. I really like that. It's a good touch. Most of them look the same because most teams have blue. So most of them look the same, but I do like that. So yeah, we got Clay, who's a 91, Draymond, who's a 90 in 2016, McGee, Zaza, David West. So obviously this team went, no, this is the year after they lost to LeBron in the finals, correct? If I go to NBA history, past champions, yes. So this is the year after they blew a 3-1 lead to LeBron. So I do believe this team did go and win a ring in real life. Yes, they did. I remember. They beat LeBron this year 4-1, I think it was. Maybe I'm wrong. I believe it was 4-1 Warriors. But yeah, this team is obviously stacked. Curry and Durant together, and Clay and Draymond, 490 overalls. They're probably just going to go run through the league in this video, but let's look at everyone's overall. LeBron is a 99. Makes sense. Just coming off a ring. Then Curry. Then Durant. Then James Harden. 96 Harden. Been a while since we've seen his overall too high. 29 points per game. So was this the year he went crazy? Let's see, 20. Was this Harden's MVP year or Russ's MVP year? Steph Curry's coming off back-to-back MVPs. I think this was 2017. I'm not 100% sure, but there's Russ. There's Kawhi. Still on the Spurs. What is his contract looking like? He has 4 years, and it's cheap. Is this the... he gets traded this season? I don't really fully remember. I was still pretty young at this point, so I don't fully remember what exactly happened. I know he goes to the Raptors. I don't remember. So if they won the championship in 2018, that was the year. So he has one more year on the Spurs, I believe. And then they win the championship. Yeah. Then we got AD, who's only 23, 94 overall. He's also here for 2 more years. I don't know for sure. Then Kyrie's only a 92 after winning the championship. Still on Cleveland, so him and LeBron are still together. See if he gets traded. Then Chris Paul, still on the Clippers. Cousins, Paul George, DeMar, Clay, Dame. Dame's only a 91. Wow. Giannis has a 90. He's only 21 years old. Was he a 90 in actual 2K16? I don't know. That seems a little high. Jimmy is still in Chicago after his 2 good years there. IT still 90. Obviously gets traded for Kyrie. Here's going to be looking at all the other overalls really quick if you guys want to see. Like Embiid's here, only 86. Carmelo's there. Kristaps is there after his rookie season. But yeah, so those are all the overalls. D Wade, 82. Let's look at what the teams are looking like. Obviously, a young 76ers team. I'm just going to go really quick. I'm not really going to analyze too much. But Ben Simmons, rookie year, Ben. Obviously, oh my God. It's so like hard to say. Is this the year he was actually drafted, or... Because I know he sits out a year, right? So I don't know if he actually played this season or not. Here's the Bucks, young, not very good. The Bulls, not even young, just pretty bad. D Wade was on the Bulls, crazy. LeBron, Cavs. Obviously, this team's coming off a ring. K-Love's at 87, still gonna be pretty good. Boston with IT, not too good of a team though. Clippers, DeAndre Jordan. Blake is not here, so he must already be on the Pistons. Then you got the Grizzlies. You know, we got a decent 2. Then you got the Hawks, not very good. Then the Heat, they're in their struggle years, not very good. Hornets, they got Kemba still. Other than that, don't have anybody. Kemba's gonna be like that for a while until he leaves. Eventually, go to the Celtics. Then you got the Jazz with Gordon Hayward and Rudy Gobert. Gordon Hayward is good years. Then you got the Kings with DeMarcus Cousins. When does he get traded to the Pelicans? I believe that is this year. If I'm not mistaken, he gets traded before the All-Star break. I remember that specifically. So I think this is his last year here. Then we got the Knicks, Carmelo, Porzingis. I don't know how much longer he stays there. Derrick Rose, first year off the Bulls. Hopefully in Sim, he can still be good. Then the Lakers. This is before the 80 trade and before LeBron. This is like the youngest team in the league. Got 20-year-old D'Lo, 21-year-old Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, a rookie Brandon Ingram. Yep. The Magic, Vucevic, Aaron Gordon, rookie? Nope. Year 3 Aaron Gordon. The Mavs are with 38-year-old Dirk, Harrison Barnes, Darren Williams. They're not going to be good. Then you got the Nets with Brook Lopez is still here, Jeremy Lin. Then you got Jokic, only 21, already in 89. I feel like he was not in 89 in 2K16. Like after this season, he's not in 89. So his overall is definitely inflated, but it's all right. Then you got Paul George still on the Pacers. He's in real life, he was only there for a couple more years. Year 2, Miles Turner. Then you got the Pelicans. Again, they eventually go to get DeMarcus Cousins in real life. They got Drew Holiday, who's not as good as an overall as he probably should be. I said I wasn't going to look at all these very much, but I am. So sorry about that, but I'm not really doing anything in this video, so I might as well. Then you got Drummond on the Pistons. No. Blake Griffin. Where the heck is Blake Griffin at? Then you got DeMar on the Raptors. Obviously, he's not there for too much longer. Kyle, he stays there for a bit. The Rockets with Harden. Year 3, Clint Capella, Pat Bev. Not very good team, but again, they end up getting a bunch of people. Chris Paul, James Harden. Then you got the Spurs. This team's not going to look like this for much longer. At least in real life, it wouldn't, but in this sim, it could stay the same. Devin Booker, year 2, 83. Then you got Russ, Victor Oladipo before he got traded to the Pacers and was really good. Then the Timberwolves have Cat, year 2, Cat. Then you got young Andrew Wiggins, and you have a young Zach LaVine before he gets good. So if this team stays together, they might be tough. Because I don't know what Andrew Wiggins is going to look like, and I don't know what Zach LaVine is going to look like in progression. If you have all those 3, they could all get the 90s. So we'll see what it looks like. Dame and CJ still together. CJ coming off a breakout year. I didn't even know that was a thing for him. And then you got the Warriors we looked at, and then the Wizards with Bradley Beal. Buddy, you're going to stay there for a long time. But that is all the teams, all the rosters. Let's be honest. The only teams that really have a chance is Warriors, Cavaliers. If you guys played 2K16, right, that would be this year of the game. If you guys played either one, if you played 2K16 or 2K17, it might have been 2K17 actually, this game was from. But if you played either one of them, you know this Warriors team is just going to sweep. And it's going to be Warriors Cavs every single season. So that's what I expect. I'm going to go turn. We are going to be watching the Warriors because it is the Curry era. I'm going to go turn all the. Oh, wait. You have to. Well, that's kind of annoying. You have to go through and manually select on. That is very annoying. So yeah, we aren't going to be making any trades with this team. We're just going to be looking at what the Curry era has and see if this is a good era. Maybe I'll do a rebuild here in the future. If you guys want to see that, make sure you leave me know in the comments. But before we get into 7 games, if you guys do enjoy the videos, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting a lot of videos on NBA 2K25, so I hope you guys do enjoy. Again, I have a My GM series coming out very soon for you guys. But let's get back in the video. Okay, so we're going to sim a month since we're not rebuilding, and we're going to see what the league is looking like after a month. Again, the Warriors might break some crazy records in this game. Look at the win total already. Yeah. Okay. They might go 82-0. This might be the 82-0 challenge right here. Just pick the Warriors and they'll go 82-0. Durant is injured. I don't know. I'm going to keep injuries on just to see what it's like this year. Again, this is the first time I've hopped into this mode. Durant is injured. Cool. For day-to-day though, so it's fine. And Draymond is injured for 1 to 2 weeks. Shouldn't be bad. Curry's averaging almost 40. Durant is averaging 25. Clay is averaging 30. Wow, I don't even want to. Let's go see like how good this team is just beating out every team in points per game. Yeah, they are up 10 to the Cavs, which are up 7 from the Pacers. So yeah, first month of the year, Warriors are 18-0. Are they going to break their 73-9 record already in 1 year? And you got the Kings. It's very surprising. Boogie carrying that team. Again, he's not going to be there for long. Then you got the Grizzlies, Spurs, Timberwolves, Nuggets. Like, none of these teams are really good, like, past the Warriors. So, again, it's going to be a clean sweep. Look at the Timberwolves. They might be good in a couple years, but this team is not good in NBA standards. Worst team is the Dallas Mavericks. It makes sense. They are going to be bad. Obviously, they go to draft Luka not after the season, but the year after, I believe. Lakers are bad. Makes sense. They were bad in real life. This is the year after Kobe. Kobe just retired. Then out east, obviously, it's going to be the Cavs. They've only lost 2 games. LeBron's averaging 25. Kyrie's averaging 28. Okay, Kyrie. And the Pacers, and then the Raptors. The Bulls are good. It's kind of surprising. Jimmy Butler's having a very good year, 26. Then you got Detroit, 11-9. The Knicks are 10-8. Again, it's just the Warriors Cavs show. The worst team, Brooklyn, with Jeremy Lin, 14.5 for Jeremy. Then you got the Bucks. I don't know if they were bad in real life. I want to say they probably weren't. Yeah, Giannis is having his breakout year. The 76ers are bad. Ben's rookie year, not looking great. It's looking okay. Who the heck is Robert Sanders? And why are you starting on the Hornets? I guess that's just Charlotte for you. Then you got the Heat. Bosch is still there by himself. Or Drogic's at 85. But yeah, that's what the teams are looking like after a month. One thing I forgot to look at. Let's look at what the draft class is looking like. This is the 2017 draft class. So you got AJ Ingram. Okay, game. We're already doing this. The #1 ranked guy is not a real player. So if you guys do these rebuilds, make sure you probably just want to get rid of that guy. You got Laurie at #2. Then another dude who's not real. Then you got Donovan Mitchell. Should probably be the #1. Oh, you got Jason Tatum, though. De'Aaron. Jason Tatum should probably be the #1 pick. Kuzma, Lonzo, John Collins. Markelle Fultz, who was the real #1 pick, ranked 13. I wish they would, like... Obviously, Markelle was the #1 pick. So I wish he had #1 pick potential, you know? Like, I wish the game was more realistic like that. Like... It could have just been a 76er thing, you know? Like it could have just been he wasn't good because he went to the 76ers and they didn't develop him right. So I wish he was like still star potential. Like he should be good because again, he was a #1 pick. Obviously, it doesn't turn out good, but still. So we'll see what this draft class actually looks like when we get there. But I'm going to go to the trade deadline. We're going to see where the teams are at again, and we are going to see what moves were made, and I'll see you guys there. All right, here we are at the trade deadline. The Warriors are 47-5, so there's still a chance they beat their own record. Best teams in the league, Warriors, obviously. Then the Spurs are 8 games back, and then the Rockets are 3rd. I'm not going to look at everything, because again, we're going to have to look at this again, but the Pelicans are the worst team. This is why, in real life, they paired AD with DeMarcus Cousins. Lakers are so bad. Mavericks won a couple more games, and the Raptors are actually the 1st seed in the East, with the Cavs 2nd, Boston 3rd. Boston was near the bottom, I believe, last time, and now they're up. Again, not going to look too much into it, and I'll give a quick look at the league leaders. Stephen Curry is leading the league with 34 points. Then you got Russ with 35. I don't know. Am I on the wrong thing? I don't know. Oh, okay. There it goes. For some reason. Okay, so no, Curry is leading the league with 37. I don't know why. It was weird. Then you got James Harden. Then you got Kyrie with 31. Paul George. Here's what it's looking like so far. Again, I'm not going to go too in depth with it because we're going to have to look at it again. So I'm just going to give you guys some quick looks. But mainly what we're here for is to look at the trades. So I'm going to sim one more day. So the trade deadline is over. And let's go look at the trades. Dwight Powell got traded first round for John Henson. That sounds crazy. Bismack Biyombo for a first. Matthew Dellavedova gets traded. Evan Turner. Joakim Noah gets traded to the Celtics. I don't know what his overall is like. Tyson Chandler. I don't know what his overall is like. So no big trades. I'll go see what Joakim Noah's trade is. Okay, so Joakim Noah is a 75 overall, so that trade is useless. I did see Tyson Chandler to the Rockets. He's a 77. Did he play here in real life? I'm going to look that up. Did he get traded to here in real life? No, in real life he did not get traded here. He played for the Suns for a couple more seasons, and then he eventually gets to the Rockets. So yeah, but he comes here a couple years early, I guess. In this, he didn't like it in Phoenix. But yeah, that's what the league is looking like. Let's look at the award races. Stephen Curry's first. Makes sense. Is he gonna go three-peat in real life? Doesn't. Again, I don't remember if it was Russ or Harden, but one of them get it. Then Russ, then LeBron, then James, and then Kyrie. Rookie of the year is Joel Embiid. This is Joel Embiid's rookie season. So yeah, Ben Simmons, I don't think. How is that possible? Embiid didn't play his first years either. I didn't even know that. Again, 2014 wasn't really a time I was in the basketball, so I didn't even know that for real. But they have first. I don't think Ben Simmons played this year because I think Embiid won rookie of the year, then Ben Simmons right after. 76ers, 3 rookies. We'll see what the progression's looking like on them. Then Jared Solinger, first 6 man of the year. Don't really care about that. Defensive player of the year, DeAndre Jordan, 2.4 blocks. Then Giannis, Andre Drummond, AD, Rudy. Most improved, Jokic, obviously, because it's at 89. I mean, maybe they're saying that's what season he had in real life, but what a jump to 20 points per game, 14 rebounds. Then you got Devin Booker, who had a good season. Giannis, Brent Kaminsky, Austin Reeves. I wouldn't know who won it in real life. Giannis makes sense because he is going to win some MVP soon, and I'm pretty confident that he won the most improved. So if I had to guess, I would say in real life it was probably Giannis. Clutch player of the year is looking like it's going to go to Bradley Beal, and that's what it's looking like so far. Let's look at the All-Stars. See what the All-Stars are looking like. On the East, it's Kyrie, DeMar, LeBron, Paul George, Giannis, Jimmy, Isaiah, Paul Millsap, Carmelo, Chris Bosh, Joel Embiid, Kyle Lowry. So all looks fine and normal in the East. I don't know. Again, I wouldn't remember who was the East All-Star in 2016, 2017. So, but it all looks normal. I know, like, obviously, like, a lot of these guys were. I don't know if, like, Giannis made it this year. I'm assuming he probably did. I don't know if Embiid made it or even Kyle Lowry, but it looks normal. Out West, we got Russ, Stephen Curry, Anthony Davis, Kawhi, DeMarcus Cousins, James Harden. Again, DeMarcus Cousins gets traded to the Pelicans in real life. I believe. I'm pretty confident. Mike Conley, Marc Gasol, Kevin Durant, Jokic, DeAndre Jordan, and Clay. So all looks normal. Dunk contest, Derrick Jones Jr. He gets in it later, but I guess he's in it now. But yeah, everything looks normal. We're gonna see you at the end of the year, where we probably will have Cavaliers Warriors finals. Okay, so we are at the end of the season, and Steph Curry goes for back-to-back MVPs. He three-peats. Look at the stats: 38 points per game, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Shot great. Shot best season ever from 3. Obviously, what's doing this in real life, but that is insane. Embiid, rookie of the year, sub 19 points per game, 9 rebounds. Solinger, he wins 6 man of the year, 12 and 10, pretty good. Andre Jordan does win defensive player of the year, with 1 steal and 2.5 blocks. Jokic, most improved. Steve Kerr, coach of the year, 71 and 11. They do not beat their own record, but they were pretty close. How is that team not a 99 overall? I've had teams much worse be a 99 overall. And then you got Kyle Harper, Executive of the Year for what? Getting Joakim Noah, I guess. Here's your All-NBA teams. We got Steph, Russ, LeBron, AD, DeMarcus Cousins. On the second team, we got James Harden, Kyrie, Giannis, Paul George, and Jokic. On the third team, we have Jimmy Butler, Bradley Beal, Kawhi, Draymond Green, and Marc Gasol. All looks fine. This third team might be a little iffy, but the rest of the teams look perfectly fine to me. Defensive team, we got Russ, Jimmy, Giannis, AD, DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul, Tony Allen. Okay. Draymond Green, Bron James, DeMarcus Cousins. Doesn't look too crazy. The rookie teams, Embiid, Ben Simmons, Sarge. So they have 3 of the top rookies. Hernan Gomez, 4th, Malcolm Brogdon. Then you got Zubac, Buddy Hield, Jamal Murray, Karis LeVert, and Chris Dunn. All looks pretty normal. I do kind of like how this is looking. I like the effects. So here is the standings. Obviously, the Warriors were the #1 seed by 9 games. Spurs second. Then another 9 games for the Jazz. So these 2 teams were ahead of the Pact by a lot. Then you got the Rockets, the Nuggets, the Kings, the Timberwolves, the Grizzlies. Then missing the playoffs were the Thunder. Again, I know the year Russ did win MVP, he was like the 5 or 6 seed, I think. But yeah, this team is bad. Milt Conley is getting minutes, so that's probably the problem there, Thunder. Then you got the Clippers, the Suns, the Mavericks, the Trailblazers, the Lakers, and the Pelicans were the worst team. AD didn't get that DeMarcus Cousins help. Then out east, the Raptors are actually the #1 seed. That is kind of crazy. They don't even have Kawhi yet. Kyle Lowry and DeMar getting it done. Then you got Cleveland, Boston, Atlanta, Indiana, Washington, Chicago, Philadelphia, Miami, New York, Detroit, Charlotte, Milwaukee, Orlando, and Brooklyn. Let's go look at the league leaders. I'll show you guys really quick. So Curry averaged 38.5 points per game to lead the league in points. Then you got Russ with 34, and then James Harden with 33. These 2 make sense. Curry is kind of crazy, especially with adding Durant. And you got Kyrie with 30, Bradley, AD, Isaiah Thomas, Kawhi, Paul George, and Clay, all with 27. Looks like it was a high-scoring league this season. LeBron only puts up 25.3. I mean, very similar to his last year numbers. I say only 25.3. I don't know what the numbers were looking like in this era, but I'm assuming 25.3 was probably higher than 13 in real life. I don't know if all these people scored upwards to almost 30 points. Rebounds per game, DeAndre Jordan averaged 18. Ridiculous. His most in his career. Then you got Jokic with 13 and AD with 13. Here's the rest. Assists per game, we got LeBron 9.4. He's already in point guard LeBron mode. His most assists in his career. Chris Paul and Ricky Rubio. Then you got Rondo, Harden, a bunch of different guys. But yeah, that's what the league looks like after year 1 of the regular season in the Curry era. How are you guys liking this era so far? Do you think it's realistic? In my opinion, it's pretty good. This first season, it seems pretty realistic. Again, the Raptors being the 1 seed is kind of crazy. But here we go. We're just gonna go by round. Again, this is just a look at the era. I don't really care about like what exactly. Like I don't have any personal picks for any, like, just because we were the Warriors doesn't mean I'm rooting for them necessarily. We're just looking at them. They are going to sweep the first round. The Nuggets are going to beat the Rockets. The Jazz are going to beat the Kings. The Spurs are going to beat the Timberwolves. The Raptors are going to beat the 76ers. Hawks beat the Pacers. Wizards beat the... Or no, Celtics beat the Wizards, and Cavs beat whoever they're playing. You can't really see it. I'll move my face cam over for the playoffs. All right, that's better for the playoffs. And then the Cavs beat the Bulls in 7. Round number 2, I think we know who's going to be there. The Warriors beat the Nuggets, but it was in 7. It wasn't a close game, though. 12-point win. Then the Spurs beat the Jazz. What a low-scoring, boring game. Sorry for both of those fans who had to watch that. Then the Raptors beat the Hawks, and the Cavs beat the Celtics. So here we are in the conference finals. We got the 1 versus 2 and the 1 versus 2 out east and west. And if I had to guess, it's going to be Warriors Cavs, but maybe the it's the opposite. The Spurs beat the Warriors, and the Raptors sweep the Cavs. For a shocking turn of events, Kawhi makes it to the championship a couple years earlier against the team he wins the championship with. So DeMar and Kawhi, you guys end up swapping, but I guess you guys will play against each other. The Spurs win game 1. Kawhi with 22 and 10. Spurs win game 2. DeMar hooped. But this team defensively is just really good. What are you going to do? Peak Kawhi defense. The Raptors win game 3. Spurs are up 3-1. Are we going to see a 3-1 comeback back to back? And we won't. The Spurs go on to win the championship. Kawhi Finals MVP. What does that make it for Kawhi? He is a 2-time champion, 2-time Finals MVP. Okay, but Kawhi wins the Finals a couple years earlier. Retirements. Let's look at it. Jamal Crawford retires at 37. Metta World Peace retires at 37. Mike Miller retires. Andre Miller retires out the brand. Richard Jefferson retires at 37. Chris Anderson, Manu Ginobili, Udonis Haslem retires. That's not a realistic game. He was there for many, many more seasons. Caron Butler. Looks like D Wade is there. Kendrick Perkins retires. Jose Calderon, but these guys weren't even on teams. So you get their jersey retired. Manu does. Makes sense. Historic changes. Timeout rule. All-star captains. Changes the uniforms for all these teams. Okay. Draft lottery. Let's see who gets the number 1 pick. Again, I don't know who they're actually going to take. Again, Jason Tatum makes the most sense. And Boston is at number 1, so they can still get him. And Boston does have the number 1 pick. 76ers nowhere near in this draft. Again, they had the number 1 pick. NBA draft. Let's see who goes number 1. Celtics are up first. Are they going to take Jason Tatum? They don't. They take Lauri Markkanen. What a miss. Orlando. They are going to take De'Aaron Fox. Charlotte is going to take Donovan Mitchell. So Jason Tatum is falling all the way to number 4. I'm assuming. Kings, Kyle Kuzma. Okay, game. Hopefully. I'll go here. Dennis Smith Jr. All going over Jason Tatum, by the way. I mean, Sixers have a trade to announce. They're not going to take Jason Tatum. They're trading for Chris Middleton and a first. Will the Bucks take Jason Tatum? AJ Ingram. That was the dude that was projected to go number 1. So at least he didn't go number 1. But no Jason Tatum. There he goes. He goes 6 or 7 there. He goes 7 to the Trailblazers. So here's the rookies overall. Lauri is 77. De'Aaron Fox is 75. Donovan Mitchell is 78. Kuzma is 79. The highest rated in the class. Yeah, that's kind of doesn't make any sense. So we're not even going to keep looking at the draft class because that is ridiculous. Durant declines his player option. So I guess we're not having 2 rings for the Warriors like they had in real life with Durant. So now he's in free agency. Durant is in free agency. Will he leave the Warriors already? Okay, it's a little glitched. Teams have the highest interest, but they're not showing first. I don't know if that's like supposed to be how it is, but right now the 76ers have the best odds. So KD might leave Curry to go play with Joel Embiid. Chris Paul, he could go back to the Clippers. Paul Millsap. Again, it's hard to tell. So I'm not even going to look at it too much. D Wade, you're going to go back to he might go to the Cavaliers like he did in real life. I don't know if he signed there or got traded there in real life, but yeah. So a decent free agency, nothing like too crazy. Obviously Durant and Chris Paul, and the rest are okay. We'll see where they go. But we might have a whole completely different league. Durant goes to Brooklyn. We went to the Warriors to get a ring. You didn't get it, and now you're going to the Nets early without Kyrie. Chris Paul goes to the Mavs. Okay. Paul Millsap goes to the Magic. So a lot of these teams are switching, and Gordon Hayward goes to the Warriors. So they get their Durant replacement, so they'll still be good. D Wade goes to the Lakers. Paul Gasol to the Spurs. He was there last year. Okay, so the league is already much, much different. Okay, so for this last season, I'm going to go through it pretty quickly. Let's look at what this next draft class is looking like. This is the Luka draft class. So let's hope they actually get this draft class right. It looks a lot better. Obviously, we have all real players to a point. But it looks a lot better. The rankings look a lot better. It looks kind of realistic. So that looks good. I don't know what they were cooking up with that last draft class because that was not good at all. I want to go look at teams that we saw make big moves. Here's the Warriors. Obviously really good. They lost Durant but picked up Gordon Hayward. So I'm sure. I mean, obviously they lost Durant. I forgot to look at player progression. So I'm sorry about that. I completely forgot. So we don't know how players progressed. Looks like Embiid is up to an 89. Ben Simmons an 86 now. They have Chris Middleton now. They got him from a trade. Giannis is up to a 92. Jimmy's still a 90. That Bulls team is even worse. They still got their big three out here in Cleveland. Boston still has IT. Al Horford. Team is still not looking very good. The Clippers lose Chris Paul. Grizzlies still have Marc Gasol and Mike Conley. The Hawks have Dennis Schroeder still. They have Dwight and old Dwight, who was there last year. Chris Bosh. This team's looking the same. Justice Winslow, 79, so I don't know what his improvement was. Kemba still here by himself. The Jazz lost Gordon Hayward. Now they just have Rudy Gobert, so they're probably going to be pretty bad. The Kings still have DeMarcus Cousins. The Knicks, Porzingis is up to an 87, potentially an 88 with the morale boost. D'Lo's up to an 83. Ingram's up to a 79. Randall's up to a 79, so not too big of jumps for them. The Magic have Paul Millsap. Vucevic, this team still isn't very good. Aaron Gordon's only a 79. Chris Paul goes to the Mavs. They're just be bad. I guess he wanted to play with Dirk. Then you got the Nets with Durant with the old Brook not old, but they just overall go down. This team is bad. The Nuggets, Jokic is still an 89, so he didn't go up any overall. Paul George a 91. 80's a 94. Didn't go up, I believe. Drummond is still here, injured. Here goes the Raptors that were just in the finals, looking decently the same. The Rockets, Harden's up to a 95. Spurs, Kawhi's a 95 now. Devin Booker, all the way up to an 85. Russ is up to a 98. Cat does go up. I believe he was an 89, so he's up 3. Wiggins goes up 1. Zach LaVine also goes up 1 or 2. Portland, Dame, still 90. Or went up 1, I don't remember. I think he was a 90. They have Jason Tatum now, so if they stay together, this team could be pretty good. Then the Warriors we saw, and then the Wizards look the same. Best players in the league after year 2 is Russ, LeBron. LeBron goes down 2. He was a 99 last season. Curry, Durant, James Harden, Kawhi, AD, Giannis, who doesn't go up any overall, or if he did, 2. I don't remember. It sucks that I didn't look at player progression, but it looks like nothing really jumped. No crazy jumps. Everyone just went up slightly. So it's not too big of a deal. We missed it. But again, this is going to be a quick season. So instead of going a month, I'm going to go right to the trade deadline, see if we get any trades, and I'll see you guys there. All right, here we are through the trade deadline. Here's a quick look at the standings. The Spurs are actually above the Warriors now, obviously not having a good year without Durant. Curry is also injured, but he's having a great season still. The Blazers, the Timberwolves are good. Here's the bottom. Suns are now at the bottom. Out east, it's the Raptors again. The Cavs are second. LeBron's back up to a 98, having a better season. Kyrie still averaging 30. Here's a quick look. The Hawks are at the bottom. Award races is Curry again, might 4-peat, then LeBron, then James Harden, then Kyrie's here, then Russ. Rookie of the year, auto-generated guy, makes perfect sense game. Rashawn Holmes, 6th man of the year. Defensive player of the year, DeAndre Jordan. DeJounte Murray. And clutch player of the year is James Harden so far. Let's look at the All-Stars. For year number 2, we got LeBron, KD now, DeMarcus Cousins, Jimmy Butler, Kyrie, James Harden, Paul George, Kyle Lowry, Jokic, Embiid, DeMar, Andrew Wiggins is here. That's kind of crazy. It's Team LeBron now, by the way. There is no East-West. And then you got Team Russell with Russ, Curry, Kawhi, Giannis, Kat, Chris Paul, AD, Paul Millsap, Lillard, Beal, Kevin Love, and Draymond Green. So nothing too crazy. Andrew Wiggins being there is the only outlier. The Warriors are struggling a little bit, but let's look at trades. Let's see if we get more trades now that it's year 2. Norman Powell gets traded for Hernan Gomez. Darren Williams traded for a first. Steven Adams for Jeremy Grant. Rondo for Taj Gibson. Evan Fournier for Reggie Jackson. But looks like that is it. So again, no major trades and not that many, maybe less than last year. But I'll see you guys at the end of the season, and we'll see what the playoffs are looking like. All right, here we are. Curry goes back to back, 4-time MVP in a row with 37, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal. Numbers are great. Lonzo, rookie of the year. So an auto-generated guy does not win it. Shout out to Lonzo. He's on the Bulls. They're a little earlier. Jared Solinger, 6th man of the year, back to back, I believe. Kawhi, defensive player of the year after winning a championship. Norman Powell, most improved player. He's now on the Knicks. And Steven Butler, coach of the year of the Raptors. Here's the all NBA teams for year number 2. We got Curry, Russ, LeBron, Giannis, and DeMarcus Cousins. On team number 2, we got James Harden, Kyrie, Kevin Durant, AD, and Jokic. Then all NBA third team, we have Jimmy, Dame, Kawhi, Paul George, and Kat. All defensive first team, we got Russ, Tony Allen again. Shout out Tony Allen, Kawhi, Giannis, and DeAndre Jordan. Then on all defensive second team, we got Ben, who had a much better year. He's all the way up to an 88 overall now. Then Jimmy, Draymond, AD, and DeMarcus Cousins. And the rookie teams is Lonzo, it's auto-generated guy. AJ Ingram, who's another auto-generated guy. Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen. And on all rookie second team, we got Laurie, De'Aaron, iHeart, Mo Randolph, and Bob Gordon. Okay, so here is the playoff picture. Let me go ahead and show you guys the final standings. Spurs first out west over the Warriors now, but the Warriors are still second. We got the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Trailblazers, the Rockets, the Lakers, the Mavs. Then out of the playoffs, we got the Kings, Grizzlies, Pelicans, Clippers, Thunder, Jazz, Phoenix. Looking at here out west, let's see what Gordon Hayward did on the Warriors. Down here, obviously, but he didn't play too bad. Pretty good year. The Nuggets, here's Jokic's numbers, down on points. Cat had a very similar year to last year. Jason Tatum as a rookie, not very good. Chris Paul, he goes to the new team. He puts up similar numbers, but he gets them to the playoffs. And the teams that miss are the Kings, Grizzlies, Pelicans, Clippers, Thunder. The Thunder miss again. I believe, again, Russ should have had an MVP year by now in real life. And the Thunder definitely made the playoffs in that time. But in this sim, they do not get it done. And the Suns are the worst team out west, with Eric Bledsoe and 85 overall, Devin Booker. Out east, the Raptors are the 1 seed again. We saw their coach won coach of the year. Then you got Cleveland, Boston is up here. I don't know who they added, but they're a lot better than last year. 76ers are all the way up here with the Chris Middleton addition and the progression of their 2 guys. Pacers, Wizards, Hornets, Bucks. Hornets being here is crazy. D. Mitch comes in and brings them right to a playoff team. They're still starting this dude Nando Morris, and they have Dwight Howard now. I guess they traded for. I did not see that. And then the Bucks are the last team in the playoffs out east. The teams that didn't make it out east were the Bulls, the Knicks, the Magic, Nets, Pistons, Heat, and Hawks. Paul Millsap going to the Magic didn't really help him, and KD going to the Nets didn't really work out. Makes sense, but the Hawks are the worst team out east. Here are the stats for your number 2, Curry with 37.8. We saw Harden again, number 2 with 33. Kyrie, number 3 with another 30-point year. Rebounds, DeAndre Jordan 16. That's crazy. Jokic with 13, and Hassan right side with 12. Assist, Chris Paul. Then second is LeBron, and then third is Ricky Rubio. It is time for the playoffs. Again, not rooting for anybody. We had a crazy year last year. I honestly did not expect it. Let's see if we have another year like that. Some in the first round. Okay, so the Spurs beat the Mavs. The Timberwolves beat the Trailblazers. The Nuggets beat the Rockets. The Warriors beat the Lakers. The Raptors beat the Bucks. The 76ers beat the Pacers. The Wizards beat the Celtics. And LeBron and the Cavaliers sweep the Wizards. In round number 2, the Spurs will lose to the Timberwolves. And the Warriors beat the Nuggets in 7. Raptors sweep the 76ers, and LeBron and the Cavs sweep the Wizards. There's another chance at Warriors-Cavs. LeBron still has to go against the Raptors again, and Curry has a pretty free series. He should definitely win that series against the Timberwolves. So, hey, without Durant, and I say it and they don't get it done, Cat, Andrew Wiggins, and Zach LaVine get the win over the Warriors. So, in the Curry era, the first 2 years, the first year Curry does not make it to the finals, and the team that beat him wins the finals. Then Durant leaves, and in year number 2, they have a chance to make it back to the finals and lose again in the conference finals. But here is the matchup. LeBron, is he getting a ring? Didn't even make the finals this year in real life, I believe. Oh no, I believe this. No, he did make the finals this year. This was the team when he had the bum squad with like old players, and he traded everybody like twice. Here we go. Can the Cavs win a ring? And they do. LeBron James, Finals MVP, putting up a 35-point triple-double. Shout out to LeBron. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy, Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. If you guys have any recommendations on what videos you want to see in the Curry era, leave me know down below in the comments. Again, there's a My GM series coming out very soon, so make sure you guys keep your eyes out for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.